This is a 50-50 though, like no doubt in my mind.
We'll have to be a lot more careful
My
on what
mic
he's
normally
throwing
this
at
low,
that
it feels low
utility,
today.
but Narrate will have the opportunity to pick those dizzies back up.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of eyes on Magnum here, right? He did redeem
Who would be
himself
considered the
yesterday
underdog in
with
this
finding
match?
some frags, being a lot,
I
more
imagine
influential
KCORP
in
is
his
considered
series,
the
but
underdog,
still,
but
Karmine
I
Corp is
don't
sort of
think
cursed with the IGL
there is an
curse, right?
underdog
Never
here,
been able to
really.
put a
This is
player in
very
a position
even.
that can
Problem
make
is we
the
don't
team
have too much
proud, and I
data,
think for
so
a
that's
team
why
like
it's
Karmine
like a
Corp
little
and
bit
fans
harder to work
behind
it out.
them, they deserve such a player. So for Magnum, sitting in that seat right now, it's pretty much a very hot seat, right? And for him to perform is what everybody's looking towards today.
But when you know that N
What's
is
the
the
scenario
one
for
to back
Navi
them as
Fnatic
a
not happening in the
coach, he is
semis?
going to
It's
pick
always
a
there's always gonna be a
star-studded
percentage for
player
it,
to
no
fill
matter
that
who
role.
goes
He
through.
would not have selected Magnum to fill in that IGL.
There's just a higher
position of
percentage if
leadership if he didn't believe in him, and I think we've seen a lot of growth from Magnum as a player as well. Looking
trying to
over towards
remember the groups.
side of Team Vitality, though, Sender has been putting out numbers.
There's a lower
in
percentage
that
of KCORP
leadership
go
seat
through, I'm
too.
pretty sure.
Time to make some noise, though, everybody. Welcome Karmine Corp and Vitality as we get things started off here on Sunset. And it's Vitality on attack.
Or is that even right? I can't even work that one out. KCORP on defense, Vitality on attack. Let's don't ask me massive in the first 20 minutes of waking up. Actually have no idea.
Just gonna have that wall up here towards
Long story short is though, at the end of this we do get the randomness. Like we get the randomness and
right off the back of this toxic screen, won't look to contend just yet. Tamaj grouping up
we
with the
do
team.
just
They're
get the
looking
draw.
to take an isolated fight onto safe here. Could be a pickup, and indeed it is.
It's a nice exec, and the rate does really well. And I want to say that there was vision block. Dude, I think this is back-to-back smoke kills. This pistol was really good, but I like the fact that KCORP decided to leave their site here. Problem is, I imagine the main key character of their retake just got taken down. They still have Omen Flash.
Felt like forever until Magnum made his way onto the site now, but he has grouped up with
If
the
he
team.
lets the Omen Flash go, oh my god, it's incredible.
In a quick fashion, Shin forced it back off a Sender. That right-click jump extravaganza like a bunny in the sights. Mike is touched, but it's still a 3 versus 3.
Yeah, they got really good positions, one on each side.
Realizes no one on the spike, but now Martin's sticking it. Already halfway, denied by Sender. Magnum, 3 kills to his name, but I feel Karmine Corp have all got it all up
Nicely
to
done.
covered, but the fact that
Yeah,
Sender's
Vitality
hiding
really
out
cool
in a
plant
corner
on this one as
doesn't
well. We
give them
don't
a
really
chance
we
to
don't really
fight
see
the
people
night.
plant here.
Vitality
And then
with
they
the
wanted
first
to
round
push
of the
spawn
game.
reactively. Like this was a sick pistol. Wanted to push spawn reactively once they took this control as well, and then they had one site. And then this guy went all the way around. I wonder if they had looked at
it was fully reset just to pixel off.
and how they like to retake on this. They're cool.
Because Vitality came off of French Derby the other day. Well, French Org Derby. Can't really call it a team French
Heretics
derby.
might make
But they
Madrid.
getting
Oh,
on
they have a
into
good
another one
chance.
again with Karmine Corp. It feels like
So a lot comes down to the draw.
French are taking over in EMEA.
Hey, they've been looking good. They've had this reset going now into the 2024
Heretics want
season.
anyone but KCORP to go through,
Again,
basically.
head-to-head here.
Because everyone wants to play one of these
I've
teams.
pointed out the
basically,
initiator
for sure.
difference between both
So you
sides
don't want the
early
team in
on.
your
We saw
group
that
to win.
agent select, but Kix hasn't. I feel like even in his matches earlier this week, he's not too quick to throw
Did a
out all
full
this utility,
eco.
and
We do the
they're always
Fnatic.
taking space off
Sorry,
of
we do
that
the
same
Navi
corner.
as
They're
well.
always capitalizing, never for naught.
Allowed 2 deaths. Let's see if they're like
This time around, they actually
really.
back off towards
Let's see
mid.
if they're as strict as Navi in terms of people taking the risks.
Lean into their rookies a lot, right? Kicks, runner, looking to bring out high-flying performances. KC, on the other hand, you could say
That cast is low, right? Especially as he's whispering now.
being made, and so far they're doing quite
Limp
a
it
lot
up
of
a
damage.
little bit.
KC right now, they've got the right ID on this defense with 4 players dedicated to this A site. Vitality slowly move in, safe, isolated once again. Last time he got picked off, but it mattered to Nord. Destrion on the flank gets picked off by Magnum, but Vitality move into this A site. Safe might be in trouble here. Toxic screen is crossed by all the KC
Damn.
players. Safe. What is
No
that?
way.
Safe.
The little cubby there looks so confusing. How has he got 3?
The MVP of the EMEA
That's
last
so
year
sick.
wants to do it all over again.
And just a ghost in hand there as well for Safe, the one on the eco weapon to try and
That
have
second
something
kill
into
is-
the next round if things did go awry. But now
I mean,
it's
he
left
heard
to
him.
2
It's not like
on
it's
the
luck,
side
he
of
heard him.
Karmine Corp. Not
Maybe a little
much
bit luck.
you can get off of this situation here.
That is crazy. I mean, for the outcome of this round, it's what would you expected, but you wouldn't expect it to come off of the ghost, right?
No.
Vitality?
Can't
Yeah, there's a
forget,
chance
I
they got
say,
their best 3 maps.
Used to be the duelist player, right? You're used to seeing him be flashy, not necessarily
There
always
is a good
expecting that
chance
out
they
of
got their best 3
controller,
maps,
but he
but
always delivers.
And even though he's one of the vets of the group, it's still, he's pretty young, but he still has that father attitude with his team. I remember talking to him a few weeks ago. He was like, these are my kids, and I'll take care of them, you know? And I like him getting that new prospect to it. And you can tell from the transition from him, leaving that duelist role, allowing Runner, the rookie, play into his comfort position. I think so far it's been working for Vitality.
But a safe go from Crack Duelist to Crack Sense, it's, yeah,
Shows the
dude,
depth of him as an individual player.
He can play
as
everything.
well. That experience and how much that can add
Sometimes-
in layers.
Sometimes you can see, especially when now he's playing like more of a flex role, you can see him
a bonus, to be honest. Like,
slightly.
look how strong these weapons are able to contest up against the kit of
I mean, he's
KC.
aggressive, right? So sometimes he'll definitely over-rotate a little bit, which I think is like the main flaw that I see in him as a player at the moment.
To aggress here. You can start to see Shin moving up together with Marty.
But I think when he's
nothing to be figured out
in more
just
of this position where he can kind of rotate a little bit, and you have a Cypher that has info, then it doesn't hurt them as much. Yeah, I do feel like he kind of suits he wants to be everywhere, I think, is the issue.
At least as rotations do come through. We're still looking at a 5v5 for this retake.
It's a little bit like the issue we had with Scream sometimes, where he wanted to rotate, but can't really rotate on the agencies was playing on most maps.
Numbers game, Magnum, they have to clear out towards mid as well, but the wrap coming in time, perfect opportunity to close that door.
And that's exactly what Vitality are going to look to do. Delay it.
Okay, we've got a lot of vision block for this one. Because smoke deep. The double wrap is nice on this one. We've got vision block in terms of the wall as well. And they are just straight up sticking this. I say them in terms of little bro. Yeah, that's nice. That kind of reminded me a little bit of like a Icebox retake. You know, where like they wall up and then they just create mayhem, but instead it's like little bro diffuses and then they just create mayhem.
Overly expended due to the fact that they're just positioning themselves towards A main for that information. And with that lack of mid pressure coming out from Vitality as well, it was comfortable for them to just pull off and play that retake towards that B site. But now headed into the next round, I've got my eyes on Kicks here.
I like
You're one away from the
this.
to come
You know how I normally like a vision block and etc.
Really
Like this one way. It's a similar thing where it just blocks vision from like the main point, and then you can just by either angles. I think that's better than having the spam fest. Definitely this smoke is like the worst you can do on defense. Like there's three variations, right? You can either smoke the choke point, you can smoke the spike, or you can smoke this box. And as long as you don't smoke the choke point, I like it.
Super strong for their retake. And that's exactly what they do. Destrian down, and now they can move that into that garage position if they want to.
Gonna pull back though, switch up the positioning of that tripwire back towards B main.
Have we got to win in playoffs?
Fully empty here.
Is it mad to say Koi?
And KC are super scared of a mid push, which is why both of the groups of defenders are far back, trying to hold them off. Still, Kicks does get the kill, which allows Vitality to slowly move into this B site. No issue, Spike will go down, but it's a 4 versus 4, and with the Seekers going out, they at least have a slight idea of where KC are coming from.
Oh, they're taking market control back here on the side of Team Vitality into the post lane, denying one of these lanes for the retake.
Runner forced out into the open, but not punished. So now can drop right back in, but the paint shots do it difficult. Sender dropping down the Dizzy. And Martine is a gift from the heavens. Gets gifted over. Runner tries to hold on his position onto side, but he's falling low, and Nare will
keep an eye. It's a lot on safe here. Nah, Magnum respect. Especially as he knew like that was like the moment when he'd be wanting to get him, when they knew it was a 1v1. Nicely done from Magnum. Yeah, it can honestly be like these three are also evenly matched from what we've seen. It's a little bit dependent map-wise, but
with the way that KC look to posture themselves around the map, very aware of any weaknesses, any openings that they have, and ensure that they cover their backs accordingly. Vitality there. I mean, when you're stuck on that box.
Tamazi from Saw, yeah, he's the duelist.
Needed to get through that wall.
Him and Magnum probably have the most to learn at the moment.
Have really no opportunity to get anywhere, and
more Magnum because he's IGL, more Tamazi because he's playing. He's playing agents he's not used to playing.
I want to test out the crowd here a little bit, right? I know a lot of the days it's either Team Liquid or Gentlemates fans. Let me hear it. Who's here for Vitality?
Poor pass and push down on the...
Who's here for Carmine Corp?
Okay.
All right, I have a feeling we know who are the fans in the arena right now, but it kicks with first blood as Vitality look to
This was a
upset
ball
the
call
crowd.
from KCORP. It's on the big round that Vitality have to eco next in a four-person walk middle. And
Nash all
then...
the way over towards A though. Instead,
I don't really...
completely swapped up his setup with
I
his
would love
Reds,
to know what the
playing over
actual
towards
plan
mid,
was,
but having
because
these trap wires
they
towards A
bailed very
just to assist
fast
with that
once they
delay.
saw people bottom mid.
Slowly but surely, do start to traverse inwards. That space sugar is going to allow them to get so much space, but Sender's looking to TP right back into the site. Magnus, big sneaky! Not much health on him, so he couldn't survive much.
Flash is legit. Oh my god, that flash was so good. It got so many people. Nice run from Runner. They're going to get a lot of ults. Omen ult, one away from Razor, safe, one away.
They'll grab the lead back in their favor.
Runner has been stellar on his comfort
Money's
pick into the
decent,
duel,
especially if they can
stepping up
save
to the big
this.
stage for the
This
very
becomes a
first
5.
time. And again,
And he can drop him,
here.
and then they
They've
can
had
all
the
buy.
advantage, of
This
course,
guy
at the end of this
gonna
round
have like
on the side of Team
3-1.
Vitality.
But
I feel like, man, honestly, Pavlos,
considering how
How do
low
you
their
overtime
money
that
was
3-1?
as well, this is
I
like
don't
a
know.
sick
I
run
mean,
for
Lotus, I
Vitality.
think that's destined for it. For Sunset, not quite sure.
Sunset, it's like
I think
slightly
just iconic,
attack-sided
the fact that both of these teams closed off
at the
their
moment.
elimination matches on
It's
this map.
it's for
Like,
sure
so they're coming
comp
off of the
dependent.
high on
Like we've seen
Sunset, so
some
this is
mad,
definitely gonna be hotly contested.
in some
There's
mad
no doubt
halves
about
either
it.
way, to be honest.
But
But
for now, Vitality slow lead. Attacking side is where
I
they'll
think
find
just
most
because
their
of like
success.
this, like these
At
three
least
especially,
They'd hope so, at least for now.
I think because of these three, it's attack-sided. But I think because of how B is in terms of afterplant, it's really hard to hold.
Throwing games has
in the
been a
after
part
plant.
of their history, especially
Becomes
with
a little
this
bit more
traditional
even.
roster off season. I don't know if anybody has watched the Convergence
Last
event,
player
but they lost a 7-0 lead and they've lost a
Spike
10-0 lead in the grand final of that.
Hello, Des, powered in.
Yeah, I don't think they'll want to be repeating that. I want to grow a sizable lead to be able to comfortably close out maps.
then you can also see on the flip side there for Carmine Core, this team, sure, things are fine now, but as we get into the later maps, if they don't start off on the right foot, that's when
Okay,
you can see a
big-
lot of that communication
Big
starting
money
to fall
round,
apart.
and look at
Not a
safe.
concern
He did this.
for
He did this
now.
like once as well.
And I think KC is one of those teams that can come sooner than later. But
Oh
Safe
my
and
God.
Alert here is moving into
He
the safe side,
has
and
done
nobody
it.
spotted him.
He's
Wow.
actually done it. The problem is,
And the fight
these
is
two are
coming
going to go
to the side,
aggro.
but
Maybe
Safe's
the
gonna
whole
be
of the
waiting
team's
upon,
going to be
but
dead
KC
before he
taking a
gets
chance
to do
push
anything.
themselves. That's 2 kills for nothing.
And it's one of those things where he's just like, guys, please don't do anything crazy. I've won the rounds.
Upside down.
And then they're
provided he
still
gets
trying
a
to take
hit or
B
two.
main.
They
KCORP
do
just
have
had a
some
punish
awareness
for
on
it.
the timing.
You
They
could
can see
argue that
Narrate
maybe they
and
didn't
push
have to
back
do
on
this,
push
but
shot. If they
way they
expect
would.
it so
you'd
deep,
normally think that B main,
No
if they're not
way they
fighting
think
early,
they
is...
don't. They don't. Martin's dead.
Tell you what,
Fashion
KCORP
knows.
get a bit
Martin
of,
was a player that was low.
KCORP would
Vitality
take
could
that.
afford- well,
Lowest
KC could
HP
afford
goes down to
slightly
find
lose
him.
that person. Repositioning from safe and Vital's
Oh,
been
man.
thrown. Oh dear, he knows he's in a dire position, so he's challenging KC to cross into those Viper's pits. Like, come get me.
he's trying to draw attention, but right now, Carmine Core, they're aware that they have to focus their efforts towards sight.
Does distract a lot of the players. He
Yeah,
does split the
nicely
map
done.
in
They
two.
just left
The
him.
runner and sender do
Especially,
drop as soon
like,
as they
the calling on
enter
this
the
was
site,
really,
set
really
foot
good.
on it.
To straight up just
Does
leave him,
lead,
and
but
like, he's not going to
inevitably
run
the
out of his
voltage
ult.
round.
He's not going to run out of his ult.
Extended
We
for
can still
Vitality.
win the duels over
Expensive
towards the
to
site here.
use the Viper's pit in that sort of situation, sure.
Yeah,
Does
Safe there
not
will probably be a
find
bit
the
annoyed that his team
value
died.
that Safe maybe expected to draw enough attention away. KC were comfortable
'Cause
knowing
he had
that
this
Shin
round.
was just going to walk up and try and find that timing up against Safe.
30 seconds
But
left.
Narrate has just been, again, such a consistent player here for Carmine Core. Every single day you see him putting out those numbers, finding value in those picks, and still serious. She's always the one that's like, okay, let's go.
Man, that's such a... Okay, hold up,
Square,
fast one.
though. Showstopper from runner. Not going to hold back on using that at all. Clearing
There's a
out
trip that
markets.
he's going to hit here.
There is a trip, so he's not going to be able to push
Oh
right
my.
past. And the snake bite
Oh my
doesn't
god,
stop
so
him
much
from
detail.
moving even close to it.
What I was going to say is that was such a
And it's
free...
change of pace, but
That's
KC
such a
very
free
good to
lesson as
deny
well
that
that
tempo.
KCORP gained from that round. Like, they realized that Safe had got over towards spawn through A as well. So they realized that he took a timing so that they have to be a little bit more aggro. And they won the round.
Bring back the glory
Like
days
that,
of
it's like the
Magnum.
best thing ever when you kind of get intel like this of how you need to
Martin
switch
is
your play.
aggressive off the back of his own
And you won the
showstopper.
round
It
still.
Looks like 3 players of KC are trapped in sight unless Vitality drop
Dude, their
instead.
retake on B
Who's trapped
is-
with who? Safe and Sender, all that is left. But I think that the fact that Wingman is already on the spike, you cannot stop him.
Yes,
But you haven't stopped Wingman. And Wingman,
yeah, there's a smoke that I kind of don't want to see, but I want to say that this was maybe Sender's as well. So
albeit saves heroics, is KC with the lead.
Vitality make it a little bit
I would be fine
costly,
for
though. They can have
Vitality
Solus
to do a timeout
leaning
here.
on that at the
They're
very
definitely going
least,
to talk
but
about
now
how this B
Nyari
retake
cycle
is
back
too
up
strong
into
that they
this
actually need
rush
to
for the
take some
second
map
time
control,
already
whether
in
it's
the
Market
first
or
half.
Boba.
Okay, Magnum just knows. He's just like, okay, they're gonna try and break my trip. Got the little pre-fire angle. So nicely played.
So you know when I talk about teams being able to like play after plant if they don't have certain agents, right? So say that you can. Haven's always the best example over towards C, like with the Omen. The B works a little bit like this as well, where it's just like if the Omen's dead, you can normally play over towards the site. Play over towards B main because you can just spam. But I think you probably have to include Gecko now as well in that. So I think they have two agents that if either of them are alive, they have to have some kind of map control. So the coach right now is for sure talking about bigger picture in terms of what he wants to happen, but especially over towards B, they gotta have some map control. So you might see them just try heavy prioritize either back of site, maybe even Boba, most likely Market.
You can take on the world, right? He can talk.
Little bro proving me wrong. Hey, I've always said, as much as I think he's awful at doing certain things, I've always said in the right team, in the right hands, like it is sick to have someone that can defuse the spike and you don't have to worry about it in a team game. Like that is strong.
But for now, I think it's clear.
Timothy's, what's up, Jim? How we doing? Thank you so much for the prime. Good to see you here, mate. Appreciate you.
Sneak around here though for Vitality, so we have to temper our expectations. So right now it's just about doing as much damage as they possibly can. Sure, if they find some sort of advantage, but not
the A retake is pretty good. Honestly, I just feel like as soon as you have a Gecko, your retake abilities are like through the roof.
Factor here for Vitality on the attack. Like
surprise, I'm already awake. Yeah, just about. We just got here.
It
was close.
Oh my god, there's no way KC have read it like this, but it seems that Sender will be able to find one before anybody else shops. But
definitely looks like KCORP are ahead on that one. Holy.
Are quashed, smashed.
5.
And the lead extended as expected.
Yeah, using up that neural theft just to have that extra information, knowing the fact that they fully left that A site completely abandoned in case, again, Vitality found some sort of timing behind them. And now into the buy. This is the round that Team Vitality took the timeout for to look to regroup. You've got the Seekers online here for kicks to take a look into the next round, but again, Carmine Core, they have that Thrash as well.
Yeah, big read on that. Yeah, the Cypher was a little bit weird, but honestly, they just wanted to try and keep the econ good. Like, it's still pretty early in the game, but just trying to ensure that they can buy for the rest of the half. And honestly, with how clean that was, they can. Vitality, like we said, okay, let's see. We now go over towards B. I'm going to put a square here and here and just see what they do. They probably need to take one of these bits of map control, or at least backside.
Neural theft. Aiding.
Okay, fighting back to site a bit more. Yeah, I mean, they maybe...
Slowly KC move together. The death pool approach, if you will. They've got plenty of money.
It might be a little bit different because they're going up against Official.
There's a Thrasher even available, which begs the question, is Nara going to use it? Yes, he is. They're feeling comfortable. They feel like they can take on the world. Tripwire on the one end, they need to break it. It hasn't been broke just yet.
Yeah, let's see.
Vitality have bought so
let's see. We might have to struggle again.
There are none left. Only just one thrown just now. It's Martin with a double. KC have turned it all around. They're safe. Has another
Little bro gets involved. Guys, what are they doing? What happened in this timeout? What do they talk about? What did they talk about in the timeout? Why are they all playing B main again?
Into that retake, and that was even with the Thrash not even finding the value there, being stalled.
Nicely done, but this is a good example of just how strong this retake is, and the fact that you got to respect the Omen and the Gecko in the retake. You gotta play a different position if they have these two agents. Look at this smoke. Look at Lil Bro defusing.
They were unwilling to go for retakes. They were scared. They were holding back, but this one, they don't care. And they're talking smack, and I love it. I mean, it's a Mackinum type of smack, but it's still smack.
Listen, we gotta take what we can get here.
Yeah, okay, for sure. I'm loving this energy.
timeout though.
I mean, for a team, sorry to interrupt.
Wait, is this second timeout?
For a team that are struggling emotionally, it's best to funnel those emotions into something positive.
Oh,
yeah.
Exactly
their
They
timeout.
have to start off on that
The
right
existence.
foot.
I mean,
It's a lot
the
harder
Eng.
to try and turn it around
The Eng,
later.
we just run
But then you also
around
can't have your
timeout.
spirits get too
Might have a
high.
read into
So we want to see that
into some of
pullback. They
the
do look
ults that they
measured
have.
in this timeout that has been called, reeling those emotions back in. Sometimes, even if you're not necessarily talking strategy, it's
Might
that
have
moment to
seen
kind of
something
just be
different.
like,
Dude,
okay,
if I'm the
calm down,
Vitality coach and I got a free
continue on into the
I got a
next round.
free extra chance of telling my team to make sure that they're playing B after pawn different, that is a huge win. This in my books, and again, we have no idea, but this in my books, and it might be because they have something with these ults and it's something they like to do, because it looks like their reads are pretty good at the moment. But yeah, I think the fact that Vitality, there's a good chance Vitality come out on
3
top of
rounds
this
left into
time,
this half
out
as
in my
well.
opinion.
We're gonna, if Vitality lose a round here, we're bound to see
We'll see.
Nico eventually before he swaps sides. Just spray down towards the mid. Early presence to be shown here by KC. And just through that dark cover, Vitality continuously conditioning that smoke coming out from Sunder, cycling it back up here as well. So a little bit longer that we'll have to wait here for Vitality to make any real
This is a
move
nice
on
change up
towards
with the
this
camera
site,
in towards
unless
market as
they
well.
lean over towards A, waiting more of those
With
own
this
smokes
smoke
to
that goes
be
down
regained.
from
Very
Shin,
patient,
you
very
kind
slow
of,
round for
and
Vitality.
you can obviously use this
Different
debate,
from
but
what we've seen from them
you kind
before.
of
Typically,
realize
they've
that you
already
might
pushed
have
into a space and
control.
then pulled back.
Because why would you do
They've
this
been
smoke if
waiting
you're
for
playing
Kate
close?
Carmichael
You're
here.
just wrecking your
They have
crossfire. This smoke,
50 seconds.
honestly, you pretty much know that no one's playing like this. You could bait it out, but
Could be influential, but yet to make
I
it
doubt
happen.
anyone would do that.
Martin, hearing all this commotion, is calling over an extra player for reinforcements, perhaps. They're still diligent, making sure this is not all a fake, not a rouge. And I think they may be under the impression that it might be, but not anymore, as the Seekers are dropped towards this right-hand side, and Vitality look to move in.
yeah, and
Left-hand side
KCORP are
pushed out.
doing good
KC
to just
comfortable
play
for this retake.
off site. Like they're
Walking
fine.
straight on in.
They know their
Yeah,
retakes
there
are
is
good.
a
They
Viper
got
fit
the
into
sick
the retake
retake
here
comp.
as well, but
They're probably
we're
playing
also
the
gonna have
Gecko
our
one
eyes
of the
on
best
Destiny
I've
on
seen
this
on
work.
defense out of all of the teams I've watched, to be honest. Because I do think you can do
Deshrin's got it all
this.
covered, but Tamaj is going to check it, and Deshrin wasn't ready for it. Who's lurking who? Tamaj is in Deshrin's head. And all of a sudden, Vitality are on the back foot. KC look to have a look.
Keep an eye on the Cypher. They kill the Cypher luck, and then Cypher decides to go all the way behind. No trips.
Doubles up. One by Paintures, one by Led, and it's safe all to himself. The MVP needs to do it up against Forehand. I'm afraid it's too tough. He realizes Magnum might be nearby, but he doesn't quite
Yeah,
find
and
the
you
timing.
can't do this
Wingman
one
on the
plus
defuse.
confusion.
Safe
Chat, someone's at my door.
realizes
Give me like
it's
1
gonna
second.
have to be a save by him. So KC, lock and load yet another round.
And this is the round where we were expecting that change to come in from Vitality. We did see an adjustment, slowing things down, not going for that same map control. But again, if you're going to be that quiet on the attacking side, you're not forcing anything out from the likes of Carmine Core either. I think Vitality maybe were hoping that Carmine Core would start to feel starved of that information, but that hasn't really been a threat to them thus far.
No. It feels like whenever it's on the retake, it's KC all the way. Vitality haven't been able to find themselves any sort of comfort. Maybe they should change their attempt of their adjustment, but this time KC are preemptive. They don't allow
missed the
Vitality
kill,
to
of
set up
course.
the way they would like. Sender no more,
Mr.
limiting
Kill on the
themselves,
Omen. They
limiting
went
themselves,
aggro
rather,
with
to a
Raze.
single
They have ult
controller
now.
safe, who has already thrown down his toxic screen to that right-hand side.
That's why you see them backing off that B site. They don't have the ability to control those angles. Now poking back here towards mid. The concern that Carmine Core maybe have kept some of this space. But KC diligent to just play numbers. Just denying some of that vision. You also have, in case everything goes wrong, that
Am I
showstopper
real?
here for
I mean, I
our
tried to
team.
be.
Estrian still just keeping that information, but they're more than happy to leave A empty. They've got the kit there of Magnum.
Dude, look at
Using that
KCORP, man.
signal on the push.
And it's nice having the Cypher here because they can just get so much info.
Preemptive.
And again,
Yes, just like their push early on, anticipating
their
a
retakes are just
that's not what's happening.
Just so
It
good.
allows them to focus some of that attention.
And I do think
back towards
Vitality
mid,
could have
back
played a
towards
lot
A.
better, but
30 seconds left.
But the
I
site's
don't
taking
know.
over now. Vitality, will they adjust? There's a lot of site
this
utility
is
over
a
an
good
elbow.
chance.
With this
Okay,
plan,
let's
they
see.
will have the
Let's
Vipers
see.
fit
Do we
into
all
the
over
post
towards
as
here or do we
well.
all over towards here?
It's a question of, do these players all
Okay,
play
so we're
inside?
all over
That's what
towards
we were
spawn.
wondering, right? Will
So then with
Vitality
this,
play
you're
a
probably
little
going
bit
to see like a
more aggressive, and they put that white
4-1.
hit right towards
Like,
the spawn of their opponents.
who's the one?
But you've got one left back, right? Runner finding an alternative position. He has been smoked off.
Wow,
and
we
that
go
paintball does
5?
reveal
Okay,
his position.
4.
So they will be looking in that direction.
Whoa.
Kicks is a mastermind and somehow figure out Magnum will be right before him. Martin has to take his own life. Runner takes one down with him. It's death by suicide, but Runner on a strong angle is able to shut one down. Blast Pack trying to get them off of the spike plant, a defuse rather. And again for another go. But I don't think so, it's done so. And he might be getting the kill, that's insane. Runner, auto himself.
Dude, they can't win these rounds. Oh, it's okay, no time on this. I think they could have. I still think they could have as well. They're gonna chat. I'll tell you what, KCORP will look at that one back and be like, actually, like we should have won this. Why are we trying to defuse and not do, bro? Why not say wingman to this?
I know. Oh, when you're watching Kicks' point
Nice
of
run
view
for
there, you're
Vitality
like,
still.
how in the hell did he get that pick? But at that point, they know that the retake coming in from short. You might as well just spray down the angle and try to get some of that damage down. And it was just lucky that he was able to find the dome of one. But it's insane just how good KCORP are in retakes. So Team Vitality taking the king piece there as far as biding that time.
And it seems like the solution to this is individual prowess, and Kicks makes that statement straight out of the bat here. Narrate no more.
That was nice from Kicks. Wall goes up. They ping the side of where to spam, and yeah. One of the benefits of being able to ping in this game, especially when you're smoked off.
But for now, even Steven. And the B site is exactly what they're going for.
Not the B site again.
But he won't be fighting anyone. It's used to clear
Lovely
things.
kill.
That's aggro as hell.
And they've
But
killed
isn't able to get
killed
away.
one of the
The door
MVPs
drops,
for
and
the
so does he.
retake. So
Yeah, Magnum just still committing to the
They
spray
may be.
on towards those legs that
I mean,
are
they still
trying
need to fight site
scatter.
because Omen's here. Damn, they fight
His legs
site.
are shattered into pieces.
Now,
there.
3v3.
Kicks going ultra aggressive. This is a change of pace that Vitality need to bring out, and it might be the best call for them because nobody's pressuring Kicks from that CT side, while KC push into market.
Magnum's making so much noise, trying to draw those eyes.
Oh, but still, Vitality hold back. They don't want to be too aggressive. Then Kicks does show his ground. Runner is there to assist, but Deshrin is behind. They trailblazer onto the site, making sure if anybody is defusing, they know of it now, but someone has to interrupt it. One may be stunned, but Shin able to use his weapon. And again, with
Martin
stick,
double
KC is
satchel,
permitted to do as they
shorty
play
kill,
this
which we see him do
8 to
all the
4.
time, by the way.
Big
Just
superiority.
insta-sticks
The
it and
defense
trusts his
side is
teammate.
stronger for them.
I feel like there's been so many times
How
in the past
many
few days that we've
retakes?
seen Martin sticking defuses that you would not expect. And that's the full faith that he's able to put onto his team to guard him, to keep that watch now as we saw upsides. But man,
Their retakes, yeah, their retakes are really good. Vitality, do not get me wrong though, like don't get too twisted. Like it's a mix of their retakes are good and the Utah's great and they know what they're doing and they're all together. But Vitality, there was slow learning.
He was just like, no, my team's
Slow learning.
I'm fine. I don't even have to worry about it.
Like at least they're gonna learn now.
Such a good smoke that had come out there from Shin
For the next time they play this game, like it's a good easy VOD review to kind of work out what issues are, but
now we head into another
could cost you. Could cost them this map.
Question is there still hope for Vitality? It is 4 rounds of difference. Could be definitely quashed to 2 rounds of difference, given they get themselves a pistol in and safe. Is determined to do just that. He's coming live on this pistols. Not the first time he's done that. But they need to stick the landing here, and there's 2 remaining from KC, causing a lot of trouble. They've garnered B-side control, but they don't have the spike. So it's all for naught.
No, they're gonna regroup, and all the control now into the hands of Vitality. You've got Kicks with one guiding light in the pocket as well. Narrate to pick Dizzy back up.
Narrate, he's gonna have to wait for Dizzy to come back. And Shin, not sure if he wants to take a different angle himself. Instead, KC group up.
Happy to watch it from bottom mid.
Bit of a nightmare.
Now, if you're watching this at the start of the round, you'd think the defenders are in attacking position and the attackers in a defending position.
Yeah, Sender's in a really good pause.
The spike is collected 40 seconds in, and Sender's not allowing that to happen one bit. Shin, only one standing. And I'm afraid I don't think for too long. 35
Yeah, he hears both and realizes maybe I should be taking the 1v1 here.
Come on, 19. He's running. Vitality don't want to make a mistake. They're scared of it as well.
Nicely done
They
for
do
Vitality,
collect
though.
another pistol, the second of the series.
I was gonna say,
Does
yeah,
help them close up the gap.
it's two pistols and it's
to get back into
8-5.
this match. Otherwise, KCORP could have found themselves on double digits. So now the anti-EQ to come through here for Team Vitality, but it's safe with the ghost. Someone has got to take this pistol away from him. I feel like that was a 3-piece into the anti-eco of the second round, last half, and now to start things off into the pistol round, hot for him.
Joshy, thank you so much for the 16 months. Appreciate it.
Walk through his wall every single time, and he's just like 1, 2, 3.
Bruh. I'm blaming other people for that as well, so that's fine. You can blame me.
Yeah, they're good lookers, aren't they? Good
One way
bunch of
goes
cool
in,
people.
flash goes up,
But still,
and
it's not looks that
at
win
least
the game,
against the
it's skill.
eco.
And so far, Vitality.
I mean, that's nice
haven't
info.
been
At least against the eco,
top
they
of KC
they
this entire
held
time,
2, but
so
now they just
maybe
hold 1.
in control of their pace, in control of their tempo. Can switch it all back. Sender's got their number though, and there's a
Whoa.
bulldog there, but it means nothing. It could be a weapon collected for the attackers, and this could turn this whole round in KC's favor.
Ow, what?
Yeah, that gun being picked up is
The savior at the
massive
moment
in
is this
making the
trip over
difference, because
towards
you look
A.
over towards Vitality too. Kicks and Destrian stuck on pistols alone.
So it's 2 rifles to 1, but there's an extra player for KC, so the numbers have it for the boys in blue, but look at this aggressive push here from Vitality.
I mean, right now KC are just
Bro, this
waiting
could
for
be-
the regroup to happen from spawn.
This could be another gun for them
he's
to
the
get.
one needed to do all the damage. Spike kept back, so it's not dropped. If someone does go aggressive, it's Shin to hold the defenders back in case a push does come through. They're wary of it, but the collapse comes through as a poison cloud deteriorates. Safe picks it up and needs to get Shin as well. He does so.
21.
20
They know
points
he's
of
B
health
main.
as KC move
21.
through mid,
Oh
get into
boy.
that B site, and it's a 3v3 for the retake.
And they have a
You
smoke
must be
and
meeting
double
up for mid
mollies.
here if you're Vitality, just try and get that
Yeah, they
heal
go to
back
clear
up.
B
Look at
main,
Martin,
but
though.
this
He's
could
gone
kind of
very
work as
far
well. They
forwards,
clear
and
B
he's
main.
looking to
If he gets the
break up the
plant down
momentum
and he actually
of
has a
Vitality
smoke and
moving
molly
back.
lineup, and this guy's
Oh,
cleared a
damage
whole
being
path for
inside.
him.
He's going even further, but you won't check that right-hand side.
And Martin's doing damage. I think he needs to stay alive. I'm telling you, if Viper puts the smoke on the spike,
At least Runner can replenish himself.
he
Heal
can
back up
delay a
now,
lot
Satchel
here.
trying to
We go
clear
round the
into
world with
space.
Magnum,
There's
and
another
literally, I
flank
mean
gonna
round the
make it.
world. He was
Magnum
B
going
main,
all
and
the
he's
way
now
around
going
the world.
all the way
Planted for main.
rounds.
Vitality moving into this B site, so this means that KC need to do a lot of damage themselves, remain safe. It's
Safe
not
on
enough
top
to
of it,
read
now got the
Focus
heal
just
earlier.
towards the rest of the site, knowing they're running out
Smoke
of time.
goes in,
Big
Molly's
only
here.
just thrown, so it's going to delay this massively here.
Oh,
Kicks
Tamazi had another
getting
molly.
one kill already, getting his second. He needs to stick it now. It cannot be interrupted. Otherwise,
Okay,
this round is for KC
nicely done
instead.
from Vitality, but
getting it
honestly,
all
this
done,
was very
getting
good from
themselves a
KCORP.
six, a
They
follow-up to the
nearly
pistol,
made this one
and they're
doable.
back in the game.
What a way to manage that
Honestly,
loss of
if
map
the
control that
Viper
Vitality found
had the
themselves with KC
mollies,
going
I
for
can't
every
remember.
single
I'm trying to remember what
backstab
team had it.
possible. But
Had the
measured
mollies for
there with
after plant that are
Vitality's
like from this
coordination
bin
to
outside here.
guarantee that they were continuously
win
taking
that.
those fights together. Thinking into the next round now, though. It's
To
still
his
just
foot.
pretty
Yeah, I think that is it.
costly here and there for Vitality.
Yeah, if they had
Still
the
gonna
foot
be able to
mollies,
try and force
that's a one
straight
round.
up to contest into the full loadout here on the side of KCORP.
Yeah, not looking like a bad bonus at all.
Two separated. I think the separation there would have been fine if they had the delay, right? Say he went over towards here, he mollied, and the whole time these guys had like more time to play their life, and like we don't have to turn this corner yet, we don't have to show ourselves at market yet. Like it would have been different. Time goes down, they realize that there's time pressure over towards actually tapping the spike.
He's safe on site.
Yep, safe on site. Mike, you see what you did there. Paranoia does get to safe though, and the cross does eventually come in here from Martin. They would like to call it Martin.
Yeah, let's see how KCORP play this after plant.
Probably though. Still on the spike, KC gained ground
No
control.
one is close to
It was
ults.
KC that was best
Like all
at
the
this
kills
retake
in
on the
this have been
defensive
pretty
side.
even.
Vitality need to do the same thing, although the weapons aren't favoring them this time around. Only
Play
one guy
3 on
available.
site.
Paranoia for Sender
I mean, we
be
could
enough
kind
for
of
them to start crossing
include
through
Omen in
an
this.
aggressive position. Cage shot to allow the push. And they have to drop back. Dizzy already utilized here from Vitality. Push coming in. Nara is insane with it.
Yeah,
And
much better.
KC
Much better on this.
supreme over
Just
this B site. No Vitality
everyone
player can
duel
stand
him.
by the end.
I mean, KCORP,
Doing
this is
what
a team
Vitality
where
kinda
you
couldn't
see them
do.
in
They did
those
have the gun
scrappy
diff, though,
fights, and
slightly.
you are gonna
Couple
bet
of
your
bulldogs
money
and,
on them.
there was one
Vitality,
pistol.
though, a very nice effort. I like the idea. You're throwing
Yeah.
out that cage towards the back side of B, and then the nade to try and push forward. Just continue to deny that backside space and force KC back, but they don't go running for main. They'll still fight for that front side control. Now you've got that
Destrian?
Thrash
Yeah,
up
but he's
and
on
ready
defense
here for
now. He should be
execution
fine.
on the side of Carmine Core.
And I think the Thrash is what you have to be having your eyes on
Oh.
right now, but instead it's Martin to be confronted with Runner. I like the aggression from Runner, but it doesn't pay dividends. Instead, they drop a player.
I just feel like this Omen Flash is a
gain barrage
risk.
control off of it, but what else?
I mean,
Because you have to
doesn't
pick.
spot out
You have to pick a
Destrian,
lane.
he is going to give up B
I like when people use it
main,
with the
but look at
breach,
Safe
where you can just
walking
cover
down
both the
A.
lanes. But
Carmine Core, they're all rotating over towards him. Kicks there at the very least to try and assist.
This is quite far forward, isn't it?
It's dodgy.
And lose these two players, they've lost the game. It's a matter of if it's going to be a dry pick or with a flash, and it's Martin and Magnum, both Czech players coming out on top. The pride and joy of Czechia.
they got no kills for that. There was no
KC.
util.
The care in opening up that run, opening up that space. Now the plant to go down.
Now what?
Extremely open here for Martin. Play any which angle that you'd like into the post plant. But with
Oh
the money
man,
situation on
this
side
early
of
on,
Team Vitality, they have
bro,
to
I
save
can't
it
believe
to
they
his
won
own
double
rifles.
pistol.
They do
They're getting
indeed.
so
They have
annihilated.
to save, and KC, this is just increasing their lead further and further. And remember, today is a game of resilience, of stamina. They've got 2 best-of-3s to play out. If they hope, well, they're definitely going to be playing them out. Whether they win them or not is a different question, but they need to make sure they're not playing way too many rounds. If you're going to be winning matches, make sure you close them out quickly, because you have to keep up with the other team that wins the other series. It's a difficult one. You've got to win 2 best-of-3s. Imagine playing 6 hours of Valorant in one day. It's got to be so draining. So for now, KC, if they're able to find
2-0 in this format is huge. Yeah, it's massive.
Is exactly what they need.
These hero rifles as well. I mean, you're looking at the fact that Carmine Core, they have a showstopper. They have that Thrash to work with, and you need that firepower to try and contest and execute like that. Even just try and shoot out Thrash, 0 point.
And then 2 save guns. Got to kind of eco on this one. We've got 2 hero guns. They go up against some ults. They could maybe get a hero ult of themselves if they wanted to use it. And this is Vitality's last timeout.
So that is my expectation. I'm going to be looking towards one of these guns, whether it's Sender, whether it's Destrian, moving up with Runner, likely alongside Kicks as well to find that space and farm one of those orbs up.
I know we've been criticizing
KCORP, yeah, if I'm a KCORP fan, I'm
yesterday,
optimistic.
Destrian is now on the same
I'm very optimistic.
0
I
kills
think they're a
that's
good
gotta
contender
hurt.
for like
Mentally draining. He's gotta
the
step
3rd,
up, and you're
4th
right,
spot
you
in
have those 2
champs.
rifles. Do you keep it on Destrian or do you tell Safe you get it?
I
Because
really
if you
think
tell Safe
Na'Vi
you
and
get it,
Fnatic at the
Destrian's
moment,
like,
from what
"Oh,
I've seen.
I know Safe is better
Again,
here.
I still
I
don't
go
know
for
where
this
to put
performing
Heretics.
much
I
better,
need
but
to see
also
more.
drains his own confidence, right?
But I think Na'Vi
It
are looking
depends.
real
It
good.
depends. I think also
And then
you have
Fnatic
that
are just
opportunity
Fnatic.
to give
Even
it
though
up
they
on
looked a
your
little
own.
bit like
Just that option to like throw that out
Yeah.
there and volunteer
a few more
for
mistakes than
it,
maybe we
which
see them
is
make, but
definitely
it's
less
been a
of
while
hit
anyway.
towards your confidence.
And that's exactly what happens. Vandal dropped over to Safe.
What happens if it's a tiebreaker? It goes to maps 1, and then it goes to round difference.
Tough for Destrian
if they
too,
all beat
because
each other.
He was providing value to the team. I know the numbers aren't saying it right now, but
Heretics
he
to
was
make
looking for that
Madrid
information,
for
those
sure,
lurks
man.
there on the attacking side
One
for
best of 3
Vitality.
away,
It was just
and
that
they've
Carmine
kind of
had to read on
proven
it
that they're
every
strong
time.
firepower. They're a unit,
Now
and
as we
their
enter round
anti
17,
and game plans have been good.
KC clear lead, Vitality trading, and this difference of rounds could only increase this one. Unless Vitality bring out some sort of magic in the likes of Safe and Sender.
I mean, the showstopper that I was talking
Third-
about now cycled in with that B main
Third at the
control
moment, it
there
looks like
that
a step
Vitality has
back
been
to
so
maybe
good at
take step
conditioning.
forwards.
So you
And
take a
I
visit
don't
over
think
towards
it's
the other
like
site, though.
roster-wise. I think it's
Protocol
just
here on the side of Vitality.
Yeah,
their
they
view
were
on how they want to kind of play a different style
agent-wise.
agent-wise.
Because it is an A-site hit, they could be reconsidering this.
I think they also just
'Cause
like
they look
guaranteed
s-
that nobody would get caught out by that Thrash, so they had as
Oh
many
my god,
options
wait, he
as
actually
possible.
delayed the plant to give him a little bit of spot. Nicely done from Martin. Oh my god, the ult on ult. Insta-reactive pop of the ult once he heard it. And then he just got the higher ground.
Grace here to Margie is low, so could be an easy pickup, but Smoke covering one of these ends, while Vitality grouping up towards spawn. They pushed forwards, but everybody's looking their direction. Poison Cloud blocking one of the sides, but the power on is so good.
Oh,
It's
that's so
delayed them massively. Martin finding shots through the wall, but so far trading equally, and KC can afford to do that. Martin staples himself ahead. Kicks can't do a thing. Martin
I want a sick
coming
round
alive.
from him though.
That's 11
A
to
really,
6.
really sick round from him.
Karmine Core only 2 rounds away.
Those
from
is
closing
like
out
nice
map
instant
number 1.
decision making from him. It's a very good sign.
Shorty counter coming in.
Yeah.
What was that the first
Yeah,
one?
he's leading the shorty counter by
No.
far.
Yeah,
He might even be double the next
You
person.
know what? I've seen so many. I don't know what day it is at this point. I don't know what time it is. What side of the world am I on?
Yeah, where are we? What are we doing here? Martin knows. He's well aware.
Well, I feel like what I just described is probably how anyone on the receiving end of his short.
Okay, this is it for Vitality. They got to win right now. Marnie's in the bin for the next round.
Kicking it into high gear now.
Repass and hold over towards.
Absolutely. Pressuring towards top mid, much more aggressively than we had seen before.
Dude,
It pays off.
what?
Well, KC it does. Vitality, not really.
No kicks being down. That's
Man, there's a lot of questionable decisions.
flashes if they do have to play that retake. So having to play a bit more forward. Sender, that's a
I mean,
big
that
pick
was
to take
really
down.
bold as well. Fair play, man.
That's exactly what he needed. But the Viper's in the right direction here. Viper's pit would have
If
come
he goes down there,
hit, but no.
I mean,
Instead, it's
I
gonna
probably
be
tell him
used
off for that, but
retake if it is used.
Carmencore reeled back.
I don't know
in,
how he
having
doesn't get
that
traded with this
explosivity
box.
To enter on towards site. Look how aggressively Safe is positioned.
They think they need to find a pick off of the other side of the map, or at least keep Vitality busy and spread those defenses thin.
Safe. There's an orb down. The
hear the
delay coming
commotion.
through. It's all a
Whoa!
bait. They wanted to draw out the Viper's pit early.
I mean, that was the plan all alone. The spike did
30
hold off
seconds
to this
left.
right-hand side,
Hey,
but I didn't think...
KCORP,
Safe
man.
panicking
KCORP
that
are all
much,
over
they
them.
heal
This
that
is
over.
impressive. Yeah, a lot onto Sender here. He kind of made it doable in terms of getting the kill earlier.
Tries to shut it down.
They're definitely going to think he's on top of that box. Magnum
Magnum
here in the lag, but he has to get past the camera. Ult goes in with a
He was also
little
during
cubby
save, so it's a matter
over
of
towards side, but it
timing
gets
for him
all
to
the
cross, but
spawn.
he's
That's a
realised
strong
Safe has
ult.
gone all the way through spawn.
When does this
Smoke on
camera
the
get
one end,
checked?
Magnum will be there on time
Well,
to find a
it
shot.
just
Breakdown,
doesn't.
not the second though. Still, KC have got 3 versus 3 and Viper's Pit blocking one of the entrances. Vitality have got only one way to move into, and KC have got 2 players looking that direction in the poison cloud. Shin is good for the first, leaving 2 to do it for Vitality. Sender desperately finding an upper
Nice
angle,
ult
but
on
it's
this
not gonna
one,
be
man.
it.
They are all
It's not
over
gonna
them.
do it, and Safe has to do magic.
This is the man you want in the clutch.
But with 8 bullets and not much time, with a spike ticking moment by moment,
12
realizes even if he does
12
grab
to
the final
6,
kill,
6
even
chances.
he does
Chat, if
find
they
the
didn't
clutch
win
of that,
double
there's
pistol,
no
by the way,
time to get the
they've got like
defuse
2
box
rounds.
off KC. Map
It's like
point
this,
on their own map
it would have
pick.
been done.
Comfortable
And they
right
would
now
they
for
would have only had about 2.
Carmencore. You can see smiles on stage there for Tamaji, and now for Vitality, it's all about trying to regain 6 rounds is a tall mountain to climb here up towards Everest to try and take it over to some sort of overtime. Vitality do have the Seekers available into this round, but man, Carmencore, they do love playing on their smokes.
I just don't know what to
They
do.
do.
Oh,
Oh,
Damn.
no.
ah.
Oh my heart.
And that's the top frag on the Team Vitality that is feeling that right now.
Oh my heart.
Well, that's
has got to
that's
be Vitality's
probably
way,
done in
given
this
that
round then.
they feel
You would imagine.
already doom and gloom.
It's not,
Sunset.
it's not it's not the motivation that the team wants to hear it. 12-6 down.
Versus Vitality on Ascent. However, we didn't really get to see Vitality actually get started on that map. We didn't really get to see what they actually had to show as far as their hand goes. Because Fnatic, I feel like we're kind of just mowing them down by pure firepower.
Sender has to save the day here. Can't
gotta
quite
back
find the
off.
shot. It's a very short angle to peek. Not many pixels he could have used to his disposal.
No, and again, Carmencore, I mean, these 5-person pushes have been working towards this A site.
Yeah, KC aggressive though this time around. Runner's able to find the first pick, and that's exactly
Yeah,
what
he has
Vitality
no
need.
idea that Martin
through the
double
chaos
sashed it
is able
through.
to overwhelm.
Nice from Destron.
Nare onto the side, thinks otherwise though as Kicks needs to maintain pressure onto Elbow. He's the
Avoids
only player
the,
left on the safe side as Vitality
avoids the
need
video.
to group up the rest of the players to try and help him out, but he's done enough. Yes, the wingman gets the spike down, but Vitality have the numbers, and it's exactly what they need to try and bring it all back.
What?
KC,
Timing.
oh, let it go in Kicks on the flank.
Big 1v2, they are either side of him.
Margie. Only one remaining, and it's drawing it back to a 1 versus 1.
Oh, he really committed.
Kicks
Needed
wins
a
it
little
with
sidestep
triple
on
kill.
it.
Vitality not losing just yet.
Kicks the unsung hero here on the side of Team Vitality. I feel like yesterday, too,
Let's count this one
was
down.
a player who might not have been pumping out the same numbers as Runner, but his impact frags were all the difference in turning a lot of those rounds into Vitality rounds there. It's closing this gap slowly. But man,
it's a hard one. It is.
is.
But the thing is, I did see a few smiles here from the Vitality players right after that, right? You can see Kicks, you can see Runner. They're both of them doing a little bit better on that mental.
Nice, Kimmy. Guys, we're so in the game. There is a 12-12 chance, guys. There is a 12-12 chance.
There is a 12-12 chance. I love that. That's
The
a big
complete
contrast
opposite.
this round.
Right?
The
Just
complete
immediate
opposite
flip.
to
But
earlier.
that's also something that
What
you're
a
expecting
difference
from, say, the
round makes.
experienced player on this team to be able to mentally bring things back here for the rest of
Okay,
the squad.
5.
The damage has to fall off again.
That's so
Opportunity to
funny.
refresh into that health with the
Dude,
assistance
how?
of
Reminder, Vitality did
Oh, man.
win yesterday through a reverse sweep, right? Not only a reverse sweep, but the second map where they had to draw it back in their favor.
Yep.
It was an overtime match where only a fraction of a second on a spike.
This is the
defusal
good
could completely
Cypher camera, right?
change
They
the
can
whole
spot middle.
tide
It's
of
in
that
the
match. It could be Vitality
tree.
out. Gentlemate's playing this match.
Okay, Destrian starting to find these picks for himself.
Oh, safe in there.
What?
Whoa.
He doesn't care. Rejuvenated. Kimmy, aka
Not sure I
Kicks,
like their,
has given him hope in this series.
Not sure I
KC
like
might
their
struggle a
smoke.
little bit to close out this match. Tomaji on the flank though. His brute thinks to a fathomable extent. Where KC have closed it all down to a 2 versus 2.
wrap back
There's a
around.
wrap from Sender, but also
Narrates
Nari
time.
going for a wrap around
1v
himself.
1v2.
Where does he go?
One of the
There's
better
camera
agents to have in a
towards top
1v2 for sure.
30 seconds left.
They don't know where he is.
mid. No, but again, this cam could spot him out if he does opt for this positioning. He is going to try to wrap his
Oh,
way
he goes
around.
to
And
hello.
it does.
Nightmare.
Seen- Not tag. Oh, tagged up. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they know he's dropping back, but he has to keep his back covered. Takes off the tag.
Yeah, this is the best thing about it. In theory, you can go anywhere when you get the plant done to create the question marks more, but Trip does help, but he also gets out of there and walks, so the Trip creates the pressure. He's in breaking the Trip, creates the pressure. They could have gone anywhere.
Narrate holding to the back of Cypher, smoke covered. It's a bit off center to make the illusion that the spike is planted in the
Nicely
middle.
handled by
But
these.
still, that is not going to be the clutch
And
here.
maybe a
for
timeout for
KC.
KCORP coming in.
Vitality
4
maintain
chances from
composure
6.
and close up the gap piece by piece.
You feel the tension here for KC. A big breath there coming out from Narrate after that round. But, I mean, for him, not much he can do in that 1v2. Is great timing coming out from Vitality. But the
That
fact that
can't be their
Tomash got so
smokes that they
much
used to hit
value
site.
on that flank too. Okay, guys,
He
did you-
smiles to the camera.
I'm pretty sure production paused it for a fraction of a second there too. Just be like, hello.
And
But, man, okay.
I mean, bits and pieces now are jumping up for Vitality. Sender having
4?
a moment.
I mean, it's just
Kicks
2
having
straight
his,
lines. That's
Safe
probably
as
why.
well at the start of the previous round. Things are starting to work out for the whole group of Vitality. And I'm sure they're hoping Destrian can jump
3
in that
pass
train
and
as well.
push.
His
They do
teammates
their
are
normal
lifting
A
him up as well.
malarkey, and they get the orb
Yes,
as
and
well.
Map
So
Runners
we
farmed
got
back up into that showstopper here
got
as
Raze
well.
all into this one,
Can't see it
and
safe for
honestly,
Martin due to the pressure that
I know they're going to be on
Vitality are
2-9
putting
loss
on towards
bonus, but it
B.
is going to be an
Feeling
eco
like
if they
it's
win
an
this.
option.
And then
Try
you're
and
only
find
2
out
away.
more. Having to back off.
This is a big round, and having this ult might make the
Split here.
difference. Martin 1 away from his ult.
Still in the back of your head, you've got to remember KC are 1 round away. And with that, no matter how much pressure you've got, no matter where you are in the round, it could be KC's map.
Emotionally, though, Vitality have shifted that momentum into their favor.
Is it going to be enough here? Runner.
A
He's the
big,
motion down in mid.
big market
Balls
pressure, and they
kicked
actually
off.
can't clear it. And this
KC
cam,
aggress.
yeah, this
It's
cam
been
spots
respected,
4, I'm
but
pretty
40
sure.
seconds on the clock. Kicks has to do it by
And
himself.
that
The spray is rough.
might
Nari,
have just been the kill.
incoming, caught right back on track.
The
Get the-
positioning,
get
though,
the
that we're seeing here
Spike
towards
to
elbow here
Martin
for
so that he
Thunder.
can ult.
It's left all to himself.
Runner
He's
goes
gonna
for an
have to do
ambitious
it alone
ult of
till
his
the
own.
rotations do come through, and that's
Sender might keep
doing
him in it.
so much. First pick onto Magnum, but can he maintain the pressure? Yes, Safe is coming
This
in his
Trip
direction
is
now,
nice as well.
being
He
a
never
true
has to worry about the
player
right.
stack. But it's up against a 3-player stack from KC into elbow while leaving Tomaji on site. Wingman, realizing there's one to the left-hand side of the corner. Showstopper coming through, and it's perfect from Martin. Can't follow it up with his rifle. It's centered to bounce right back up, but it's still Vitality keeping pressure onto the site. Destrian pushing
Low
in.
HP,
Destrian
10.
doubling up, and it's all down to
Nicely done
Destrian,
from
but it
KCORP on this
shall
one.
not be.
13-8, and they lost
KC
both
show why this map
pistols.
is
That
kept by
is
them
impressive.
and show while they'll be superior out of the gate
That
in
is
this
impressive.
series.
Vitality, a lot to learn from
Narrate
this
to
one.
close out that round
But,
as well. It got tight,
least the demo's
though,
there for them
right
now to
down
learn.
to the wire here.